They talked about University of Rhode Island Center for Nonviolence and Peace Studies. It was all about caring for one's nation. One day I was with Joy Imeli at the Bandex Plaza in Abuja in 2004. And I saw on the television the Niger Delta going up in flames. And I told Joy, I said, look, what can we do to save this country from Niger Delta? What can we do to attack this incidence of violent militancy? I went in and started researching, and I discovered that the best way to go about it would be to do non-violence education for the people of the Niger Delta. Because I remember that at that time, the reason for these people to have, what pushed them into taking up arms was because the waters they drank in their place is as black as my shoes. It's still as black as my shoes. It was there. They complained and nobody listened to them. So they took up arms, thinking that was the best way. So how do I change this narrative? That was how my research took me to Dr. Bernard Lafayette Jr., who served Dr. Martin Luther King in the civil rights days in America in the 60s. I contacted him. He was the director in charge of the University of Rhode Island Center for Nonviolence and Peace Studies in the United States. They gave me admission, and I put in 22 members of my staff for us to go to the United States to be taught nonviolence education so that we could come back to Nigeria and be able to confront militants in the Niger Delta. We went to the US Embassy, they denied us visas. They didn't even care about my travel history, they denied all of us visas. We did that 3 times, they denied us visas. I wrote to the University of Rhode Island Center in the States. I said, please, could you come to Nigeria to teach us, not about going to America. I really want to do something for this country. I sent this letter about 4 times, and the director now replied, I want to see this Martin Luther King of Nigeria. We have to come, but it's very expensive. You are telling us to bring the entire faculty to Nigeria. I said, yes, I can afford it. I will bankroll it. The rest is history. So that was the beginning of the University of Rhode Island Center for Nonviolence and Peace Studies with the entire faculty and that of King Center in Atlanta moving to Nigeria to train me and my staff and others so that we could confront the incidents of militancy in the Niger Delta. After our training, we started doing just that. We started training militants. They were embracing the program. The program became popular, but not so popular at that time, until the woman I want to mention here stepped in from Shell. I'm talking about no other person than Mrs. Eka Okoro. Please can you stand up? Not Mrs. Eka Okoro, then used to be Eka Okoro, but now Mrs. Eka Sumonu. Mrs. Eka Mutu Sumonu. That's right. Mrs. Eka Mutu Sumonu was one of the MDs of one of the subsidiaries of Shell. She rose to become an MD of one of the subsidiaries of Shell. Her husband is the former MD of Shell himself, Mr. Mutu Sumonu, seated out there, who is also a member of one of MDs. It was Mrs. Okoro, Mrs. Sumonu, that brought MDs to Shell. I'm sure started doing it at their level then. And that gave us some recognition and acceptance. But fast forward, the man that now blossomed it into a national discourse, he was a Yoruba person that criticized Isiagu. He was on his own. He didn't represent the Yoruba race. So those who were on the internet fighting the Yorubas, no. The greatest reviews Elvis received so far came from the Yorubas. This is the man that flew Elvis on that first inaugural flight from Gatwick, that posted the first observation of what he saw in Gatwick that we are deliberately put on our path to fail. That was the Jide Iyanuwura that went viral. His name is not Onyema. It's not Okeke or Kongo. So please, my dear fellow citizens, let's shun ethnicity. It's a distraction. Muhammad Danjuma is a member of the board of ethics. He's one of my best friends ever created. He's not Onyema, neither is he Okeke. And remember, let me tell you something. When you see somebody, you hate the person because the person does not speak your tongue, or the person does not belong to your ethnicity or race or religion or whatever. You are importing to yourself hate and poison. It's like you drinking poison and expecting another person to die for the poison you have taken. You alone will die. So, please, let us shut it. This Yoruba, Igbo, Wahala, let it stop. I'm saying it, let my people of Igbo expression know that most of the reviews we got are actually from Yorubas. So if one Yoruba man decides to step out of line, that is not enough to condemn a whole race. It's a Yoruba man that gave APs when others didn't want to give APs the AOC, the license we needed to start operations. It was Benjamin Adelega that you saw here today that gave us our license to start in the first place. So let us stop this. Politicians try to separate us, and we are buying into that narrative. Politicians, when they want to succeed or fail, they try to use ethnicity and divide us. Please let us stop it. Let us stop it. I'm trying to use every opportunity I've got to say this and preach it. That's why I said Jide must come here today for him to see the man. He has even done a part 2 that I saw yesterday. All in support of APIS, the so-called company. APIS is not an Igbo airline. APIS is not an Igbo airline. APIS is a Nigerian airline. APIS belongs to 220 million Nigerians. It's not an Igbo airline. It's not an Igbo airline. It belongs to 220 million Nigerians. Dangote is not Hausa investment.
Sorry.